Afternoon. Morning. One of the two.
Todd, Todd seemed to be a barrage of interceptions today. What can you say of the effort and the defense's ability to create some turnovers today?
Well, it's good for them creating the turnovers. Obviously, getting some. Hadn't gotten many in a couple of days, but they're coming together as a group. They're talking more. Some situations were like last play situations where they had to throw it, so it wasn't totally defense. You had to put it in the air at some point. But I thought they did a good job getting their hands on the balls.
Todd, through this portion of training camp, what do you see from the running back competition? Has anything sorted itself out at this point?
Not quite. It's going to be tough because all three can run, all three can catch, and all three can block. So special teams will play a lot to do with it, and how they play on Friday night, and then preseason games going forward. It'll kind of sort itself out, but it's a tough spot to judge at this point.
You're talking about all three: Rashad, Chase, and Sneak.
And Sean. I'm talking about all four of them.
With Kancey sideline with Gaines out, we've seen a lot of Mike Green kind of stepping up and getting reps even with the ones. How has he looked, and what does he have to do to compete for a backup spot?
Mike's a hard worker, and we had him as a tryout guy last year. He worked his way onto the practice squad. He worked diligently in the offseason. We like a lot of the things we see with him out there. We think he has a lot of potential. He just has to keep working going forward, but we really like what we see with him.
Coach, what do you know about safety Avery Young stepped on the field today? What did you see from him? What was a decision for him to be signed?
We're kind of short on legs in the secondary. Avery played at Rutgers with Izzy, and I've seen him a lot. I know him pretty good. His dad was my college roommate, and so I kind of know him very well. And he went to school with my son, so I know a lot about him. He's a very intelligent player. He's a very short tackler. You just got to get caught up on the system, getting in so late. It's going to take a couple days to get down some of the basics so we can see him play.
Todd, it's possible that you could have 4 new starting offensive linemen. Is that a concern, or how concerning is it going into the season?
It's not a concern at all. As long as they have chemistry together, I'm really more concerned with that, So that's the biggest thing. We have a new system, so 4 new offensive linemen is not a big deal at all. We knew we had to churn the roster some and get some guys in here. They've been playing together very well, so I'm excited to see what they do once preseason starts.
What would you say for their cohesiveness? What level are they at now, especially today where a little more contact, a little more physicality?
I think it's ongoing. It's hard to put a level on it until you really get some game action underneath you. I think they're past the halfway point for sure. I think they're working well together, and the chemistry just has to keep building, and I'll know when it clicks.
More live periods today, is that just to kind of make Friday less of a change and kind of ramp up to that, basically?
Yeah, that's good. We're still continuing with camp. That's the biggest thing. We have a lot of situations and things we need to get done, short yards and goal line, 2-minute, last plays, and all those type of things. So it just continues up until Friday. We're just playing against somebody else, but we'll continue that progression.
We saw the release of the depth chart today with the Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield. Have you guys come closer to a decision on how you're going to break it down as far as the preseason goes? Who starts which game?
Not at this point, but whoever starts this game, the other one will start the next game and get the same amount of reps. So once we sit down and go through that on Thursday, we'll have a better decision. But they both should expect to play.
And you won't have a second quarterback Friday play with like the first line or the starters, though.
If the starters play, we'll see. But the quarterbacks will play.
Coach, what do you want to see out of Sebastian Dennis in Friday night's game, and how do you envision him fitting into the regular season in his role?
I think we've seen a lot from him, just continuation of what he's done, getting his run reads down. He's a very good pass dropper. He's a very good blitzer, actually. We hadn't started to do that yet. Just getting the special teams down and be ready to play. I want to see him and KJ work together Friday night, so that'll be a good tandem for us to see. And kind of going forward, just keep continuing to grow and learning the system, and I think he's doing that.
Anything else?
Thanks.